Yes.
The rights of man are decreased when the rights of one man are questioned. A warm good morning to respected judges and my dear competitors. Myself, Cody C, is in the favor of human rights. Human rights are the rights inherent to all the people, regardless of race, sex, nationality, and religion. The glorious Human Rights Day is the most auspicious day of our mother tongue. Human rights are acquired by birth. They are not mere aspiration, rather morally safe and judicially enforceable. Everyone needs access to food, water, shelter, and clothes. Everyone has their personal level of dignity. In Article 14, the Constitution of India implements right to equality. It means everyone is equal before the law, whether it is a boy or a girl. In some parts of society, though, female feticide is a social evil, but we have PNDT Act 1994 and Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 1974. Some people, especially lesbian, gays, transgender, and LGBT people in many countries subjected to discrimination, abuse, torture, etc. But in India, Article 15 of the Constitution of India prohibits such discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation and gender inequality, as human rights are indivisible to all the people. In fact, social discrimination on the basis of gender inequality is not the fault of our constitution or the government. This is the cheap mentality and the illiteracy of the people. In this regard, Article 3 of the Constitution of India suggests freedom from inhumane, degrading treatment and torture. Moreover, women's rights are also acknowledged as fundamental rights. Women enjoy their rights to equal pay under Article 39 and rights to live with dignity under Section 354 of IPC. Right against sexual harassment, right against domestic violence, right against dowry, etc. Human rights provide right to security of a person. Everyone has the right to life, liberty, development and security. Let's take some for examples. According to a report in 2022 by Amnesty International, repression by government intensified in the region after the abrogation of Article 370 in Jammu and Kashmir in 2019, where curfew was imposed and internet was shut down for 18 months against rights of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. Some serious human rights violations were reportedly last year in Iran, where women were protesting against wearing hijab, which according to them writes their identity and dignity. But Iran police shoot at their faces, breasts and in private parts of the women. More recently, 26,000 people have been killed in ongoing Israel strike in Palestine. What was the fault of the innocent civilians? There are protests over the world against the suppression and the humiliation of their human rights. At last but not the least, human rights are now becoming central to the global conversation regarding peace, security and development. Now I want to ask, isn't it serious violence against the freedom? If you disagree, then tell me, where was the police force and the government when the whole Manipur was burning in the fire of community conflicts? 160 people were killed and even women were even paraded nude and raped. Now I want to ask, where are human rights less? No, it's nowhere less, but it's our fault how we can use it and how we can utilize it. In a nutshell, I repeat, stand and fight together for our human rights struggle, only for the fair and the honest. Your right is your voice, so utilize it.
A warm good morning to respected judges and my dear competitors. Myself, Code C, is against human rights. But human rights help us to meet basic needs. Then why so many people are hungry and naked? Why do they sleep on a footpath? In fact, these rights have not been implemented appropriately. According to Article 23 of Universal Declaration of Human Rights, all people has right to work, but the people who really need this are actually deprived of it. My friend is speaking that everyone is equal and there is equality between boys and girls. But what kind of equality we are dealing with? last year. Over and above this, the Indian LGBT citizen still face social and legal difficulties not experienced by we non-LGBT citizens. They are judged by the society every time. I repeat, they are judged by the society every time. Still, marriage legal protection have not been provided for, including same-sex marriage. I think you are forgetting something. In the first 6 weeks, more than 1100 rape cases registered in Delhi alone. And according to data, there has been more than 6% increase in the case of molestation. This data is increasing day by day. So at that time, where were the human rights? Why don't they have those girls? Why don't they protect them? Why don't they secure them? Okay, I agree that our constitution has implemented certain articles regarding women's rights. But what is the advantage of it? Can the constitution give them back their dignity? Can the constitution return their prestige? No, it can't. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, human rights are not so useful. The people we deal with every day, for example, in Jammu and Kashmir, they burn buses, they force innocent school children to join terrorism, they press down on our security forces. And each and everything of this had come under the preview of very definition of terrorism provided by United Nations. So let me be very clear that these are not innocent civilians we are dealing with in Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, he told about Article 370, but let me ask you, everybody in the audience, do you think that these are innocent civilians in Jammu and Kashmir? They are informer of terrorists and kill our soldier. Tell me, what will you answer to a mother who has lost her child due to angry protester? What will you answer to a father whose son has died due to terrorism? What will you answer to a lady whose husband had died during anti-terrorist operation? And what about the rights of our soldiers who are killed? Are they not humans? Then why country face threats who don't formally but are sponsored by the foreign powers? Paritranaaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkitam dharma sansthapanataya sambhavami yuge yuge. Even Lord Krishna said, for the establishment of law in dharma, both the protection of innocent and elimination of miscriminants are equally warranted. In my closing point, I want to say that we hear about bomb explosion taking here and there every day, and number of citizens lost their life due to it. So at that time, where were the human rights, and what kind of human rights they do have? We don't need those rights which can't fulfill its promises. We need those rights which can bring equality and humanity. We need those rights which ensure safety and security. Then those rights will be respected by all. Thank you.